Hey there, besties. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to continue the recap of the manhwa, The Glamorous Life of the Fake Mistress. If you are new to this series, check the description below to previous links. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy the video. It really helps our channel grow. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lily, Viscount Kiev's mistress, Lily said with a light smile as she stood before the ladies. Viscount Kiev? Didn't he just celebrate his 60th birthday? I heard he took a new young mistress recently, Princess Rachel remarked. And I heard she's a commoner, yet friends with Sally? Marchioness Lexter added, her tone skeptical. Sally was surprised by Lily's sudden friendliness as she rested her head against her shoulder. So this was Elysi's plan, she thought, keeping her composure. The ladies exchanged calm glances. Elysi, why is this woman here? Marchioness Lexter asked quietly, but Elysi answered before she could say more. Miss Lily came to me for help. She said she wanted to meet Sally and insisted. I couldn't refuse. Why not let her seek Sally out herself? Princess Rachel asked, setting her teacup down sharply. Apparently, Sally refused to see her despite repeated visits, Elysi explained. Oh, I see. I suppose you've gotten along so well with the nobles that you don't want to see me anymore, Lily said, winking playfully. Or maybe you've forgotten your days as a servant in that old troupe, she teased. Sally stayed quiet, her gaze steady. She must be someone from Sally's past, Marchioness Lexter said. Elysi, are you serious about having tea with them? Princess Rachel asked bluntly. Sally recognized those looks, judgmental and dismissive, the same she'd faced before. In the past, such barriers had been impossible to break, but this time, she wouldn't let them win. Not at all, Lily. I wouldn't avoid you for that, Sally said, smiling. She took Lily's hand, causing her to flinch. I didn't hear about your visits. If I had, I would have taught you the basics, like how to greet the ladies. Lily frowned as Sally introduced herself properly to the room. The princess and Marchioness exchanged glances. At least she knows how to make a proper introduction, Marchioness Lexter whispered. Sally turned to Lily. Try again, it should be easier now that you've seen it. Lily hesitated before greeting them stiffly. You can't learn overnight, but it's best to prepare before attending social gatherings, Sally said calmly. Lady Elysi, thank you for arranging this, but I have another engagement. I'll need to leave. Are you leaving because you're uncomfortable? Marchioness Lexter asked. Not at all. I'm honored to have been invited, but Her Grace Goldenria dislikes late arrivals to her gatherings. Please send me an invitation in advance next time. Goldenria? Princess Rachel and Marchioness Lexter exchanged uneasy glances. Few managed to befriend her. Who is that? Lily wondered. Please excuse me, Sally said, turning to Lily. I'll see you later. What should I do now? Lily thought as she watched her leave. She knows Her Grace Goldenria? Impressive, Elysi said with a faint smile. Aren't you bothered, Elysi? Everyone's been talking about her, calling her Kimura's muse. I can't believe someone from the back streets is so admired, Princess Rachel said. Not at all. Sally is a beautiful woman. Has she always been like this, Lily? Elysi asked. Lily's expression was guarded. No. She used to be filthy back then, Lily said evenly. People smoked cheap cigarettes, men swore constantly, children begged for bread, and the elderly sat staring into nothing. That's where we grew up. Even so, you both became fine young women, especially Sally, Elysi said smoothly. Still, she came from such a place? Princess Rachel asked. Where is it? Marchioness Lexter wondered. This will stir curiosity about Sally's past, Elysi thought. The more Lily talks, the more it will spread. She's useful. Back at the manor, Duke Esteban walked toward Sally's quarters, expecting to find her there, but saw her dressed for an outing. Sally, you're going out? I'm attending a ball. I received an invitation today. I'll be back later. She passed him without asking him to join. Right. I hope you have a good time, he said. Shouldn't she invite me at least once? He thought. That evening, Lily, in Viscount Kiev's company, asked for new dresses, shoes, and accessories. My dear Lily, of course, you may have whatever you want, he said warmly. Thank you, my lord, she replied with a smile. At the party the next day, conversations hushed as a new guest entered. Who is that woman? One noble murmured. I've seen her at another ball, another replied. Haven't you heard? She's the fourth mistress of Viscount Kiev, apparently from the streets, a third added. Lily walked past them with a bright expression, unbothered. Inwardly, she thought, they can stare all they want. I have Her Grace Elysi Esteban's support, the most powerful woman in high society. I have nothing to fear. Her steps slowed when she noticed a group of ladies gathered around Sally, chatting warmly. Sally. It's been a while, Lily said cheerfully, cutting into the conversation and giving Sally's hand a playful slap. The nearby ladies exchanged glances, quietly murmuring about her lack of manners. Lily looked Sally up and down. Why is your dress so simple? Is His Grace strict with your spending? Viscount Kiev told me I could buy whatever dress I want. And your earrings, so small. You're not a child. She laughed, but one of the ladies, Miranda, interjected. Miss Sally's dress is made of Mikado silk from Esther, the finest silk there is. Layla added, and those earrings are Alexandrite cat's eye, one of the rarest gems in the world. Dorothy finished, just because something is large and flashy doesn't make it the best. Lily faltered. I was just worried, that's all, she said, then added, I remember what Sally used to be like, she looked like a beggar when she worked as a maid. With that, she excused herself. As Lily walked away, the trio discussed her behavior, noting she had been appearing at every ball and forcing her name into conversations. They turned back to Sally, assuring her they supported her. Sally smiled, touched by their kindness. Lily took a seat, her mind simmering. She's still the same as before, pretending to belong here. Those people must have been convinced to stand up for her. I need to show her. Just then, she overheard two ladies criticizing Sally, calling her arrogant and uneducated. Lily felt a surge of relief. So there are people on my side too. Maybe Lady Elysi sent them. She approached. Are you interested in Sally's past? I know it better than anyone, she said, launching into embellished stories that painted Sally's early life in the worst light. A maid approached, bowing. Lady Lily, Lord Kiev is waiting for you. Tell him to wait, Lily replied. Moments later, Viscount Kiev strode into the hall, his expression dark. What was so important you kept me waiting? He asked coldly. I was just talking about Sally. Remember the stories I told you? Lily replied with a nervous laugh. His expression hardened. You made me wait for gossip. Without warning, he struck her. You cannot behave in society as you do in private. You make me look like a man under his mistress's thumb, and one of low birth at that. Lily stammered an apology, but his anger only grew as he struck her again. The room watched in tense silence. Enough, a calm voice said. Sally stepped forward. I believe that's enough, Viscount Kiev. He glared at her. You? From the same place she's from. I'm only asking for proper etiquette. You're offending the host of this ball, she replied evenly. The ladies around them gasped. Kiev raised his hand toward her, but his butler caught his arm. My lord, remember what happened to Marquis Hestia after his wife offended that woman, the butler warned quietly. Kiev's jaw tightened. I'll let you go out of respect for Duke Esteban. If not for his influence, I'd have beaten you here and now, he said sharply, pointing at Sally. She inclined her head slightly. Thank you for your generosity, she answered softly. Viscount Kiev glanced at Lily, who still remained on the floor, before walking away and leaving her behind. Sally walked up to her. Are you all right? She asked, handing her a damp handkerchief. It's wet, you'll feel better if you press it against your skin. Lily glanced at her, glared, then slapped Sally's hand away, rejecting the offer. She got up and hurried off, trying to catch up to the Viscount. Sally watched her go. I'm probably the only one who understands the fear Lily just felt, she thought. She remembered the kind of violence she went through in her previous life, the kind inflicted by people who didn't see them as human because of their lowly status. It was horrible and terrifying. You'd be better off leaving high society, she thought. This place is colder and lonelier than the troops' basement. If you stay here, you'll face far worse than a slap on the cheek. Lord Kiev, please wait for me. Lily called, chasing after him. Sally's mind drifted again. Perhaps I was happier when I could look up at the sky freely with a piece of bread than I am now, dressed in jewels and hiding my feelings behind a fan. At the nobles' social gathering, Duke Esteban sat quietly, sipping wine. Beside him, Marquis Lionel sat with his head buried in his hands. Esteban nudged his leg under the table, making Lionel startle upright. Marquis, what are you doing? You're acting strangely, Esteban murmured. Are you ill? Lionel looked tense. No, my wife left for the ball alone, he admitted. Even though I begged her not to. And in that dress. It suits her, but that's the problem. What am I supposed to do when she goes looking like that? If it weren't for business plans, I wouldn't be here. Margaret is becoming prettier every day. The least I can do is earn more money. Maybe I should have gone with her. Esteban found his worry ridiculous. Aren't you worried at all, Your Grace? Miss Sally attends all the balls by herself. Lionel pressed. No, not at all, Esteban replied evenly. Lionel frowned. A charming woman alone at a ball is bound to be surrounded by men. With wine, music, and late hours, it's easy for things to happen. Esteban's gaze hardened. Who would dare touch a lady under the Esteban name? Of course, no one would, Lionel said quickly, though he thought privately that the Duke underestimated Sally's popularity. But her beauty is remarkable. Enough to make a man lose his reason. Esteban said nothing, but the words lingered in his mind. Meanwhile, Sally arrived at Colonel Jones' residence. Congratulations, Lady Clara, Colonel, she said warmly, offering a small wrapped box. Sally, I didn't know if you'd come, Clara said with a smile. I'm honored to share in your joy, Sally replied. Inside the box was a pair of tiny shoes. How sweet, Clara said, her cheeks pink. The Colonel picked one up. For a girl. They can be worn by any child, Sally said. Do you have a preference, Colonel? A son who could be a soldier, but I'd like a daughter like her mother, too, he said, glancing at Clara. Then a daughter who looks like her mother and becomes a strong soldier would be best, Sally suggested. The Colonel looked surprised, then amused. A female soldier? I like the sound of that. Clara smiled, but then asked, Is His Grace not with you? No, he's busy, Sally replied gently. Inside the ballroom, Sally was greeted warmly by several women. She smiled and returned their greetings, thinking, no matter how confident a man might be, he can't break through a circle of women. I refuse dances politely and keep conversations short with men. My reputation will grow by building friendships with the ladies. As a former maid from the backstreets, I can't risk misunderstandings. Later, Sally slipped into the women's waiting room. Phew, no one's here, she muttered, sitting down. The women earlier had peppered her with questions about her dress, perfume, and the Duke's absence. Her feet ached. These shoes are too tight, she sighed, tugging one off. It flew a short distance away. As she looked up, someone entered. A young noble bent down, picked up the shoe, and met her gaze. I followed you here because I didn't know how else to speak to you, Miss Sally. May I put this back on for you? He asked quietly, his cheeks tinged pink. Isn't he the son of a count I've seen at several balls? I remember giving him one-worded answers whenever he tried to speak to me, Sally thought as she watched the young nobleman before her holding her shoe. Young Lord Jarvis, this is a room for ladies only. It is not a place for men, she said calmly. Oh, I didn't know. I've never attended this sort of party. I only came in here to greet you, Miss Sally, he said, his face slightly flushed. I'll leave once I return your shoe. He bent down, but she stopped him. Please set it down and leave, she told him. But, Miss Sally, he began, his expression almost confused. Should I scream? She wondered, then dismissed the thought. It would ruin the mood of the party, and she didn't want to cause a fuss during a celebration for Clara's pregnancy. If anyone saw her like this, rumors would spread that she had been alone with a man. Before she could speak further, the door opened and Lily stepped in. Why now? Sally thought, her gaze tightening. What is a man doing in here? Isn't this room for women only? Lily asked, pointing at Jarvis. Please excuse me, Jarvis said quickly, hurrying out and accidentally brushing past her. She's the last person I wanted to see this. Will Lily gossip to gain attention from the noble ladies? Sally wondered. Lily walked over, picked up the shoe, and glanced at her feet. Why don't your shoes fit? There's no way you can manage such heels when all you've worn your whole life are worn slippers. You should know your place, she said. Sally stayed quiet before replying evenly. Lily, I'm saying this as someone who grew up with you. Lily frowned. What? Who do you think you are to give me advice? Don't trust Lady Elysi too much. She's far sharper than you think, Sally said gently. Lady Elysi is kind to me. Lily shot back. Nobles can smile while hiding their real thoughts. If you can't see that, you'd be better off leaving high society.
Lily clenched her dress. Stop talking to me like I'm a child.
Don't act high and mighty. You're just scared I'll be better than you. Just then, a group of ladies entered. Oh, Sally, we came looking for you. We were worried.
I'm all right. Just taking a break. My feet hurt, she said politely.
Do you have spares? I could lend mine. One offered. Thank you, but it's fine, Sally replied calmly. Lily, standing aside, clenched her jaw. Damn it, she irritates me. Outside, more ladies surrounded Sally with cheerful chatter. Stay longer. What's your next event? Sally hesitated, feeling tired from the earlier encounter. Before she could answer, she noticed nobles glancing toward the ballroom entrance.
Duke Esteban was walking toward her.
That day was just like today, she thought, as the room seemed to fall quiet. His presence carried a cool, sharp scent that cut through the air. Sally, he said softly, making her flinch slightly. You look tired. Your Grace, didn't you have a meeting today?
It ended early.
I came to pick you up, he said simply. Leaning close, she whispered, why are you really here?
He draped his cloak over her shoulders. I didn't want anyone doubting my feelings for you.
Especially when you keep attending parties alone. I suppose I have been out often lately, she thought. Taking his hand, she smiled.
Perfect timing. I can use this to leave politely.
I did well to come, he thought as well. Lady Clara and Colonel Jones approached, greeting him. I wasn't expecting your visit, Your Grace, the colonel said stiffly. My husband is a junior from your academy, Clara added. Is that so? Esteban replied, surprised. Behind him, Sally noticed his usual strict aura softening. Thank you for attending. Please be safe on your way back, Clara told her. I had a lovely time, Sally said warmly. As they walked away, Sally teased, you must have been popular at the academy.
I didn't intend to be, he replied.
So you're not denying it, she smiled. From across the room, Lily watched, disbelief on her face.
Duke Esteban really is that handsome?
And he treats her like a noble lady.
How is she any better than me? She thought bitterly.
Then she spotted Jarvis nearby, a slow smirk forming. Just you wait, Sally. As Sally and Duke Esteban left the ballroom, Jarvis watched them from a distance, thinking to himself, oh, my dear Miss Sally, it was such a brief time, but I was happy to spend even a moment alone with you. Excuse me, may I talk to you for a moment? A voice called from behind him. Turning around, Jarvis was surprised to see Lily approaching.
Pardon?
Me? He asked, his voice slightly unsteady.
Yes.
You were with Sally in the ladies' waiting room earlier, correct? She said, her calm tone making him tense.
You're? He stuttered.
I'm Sally's friend. I saw what happened, but I'd like to hear exactly what went on, Lily replied with a faint smile. They stepped into a quieter corner of the ballroom. Jarvis explained himself.
It was an honest mistake.
I didn't know men weren't allowed in the ladies' room. I only went inside to greet her. I swear nothing happened.
Of course. I don't think someone like you would do that on purpose.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone, Lily said lightly. Really? Jarvis asked, still nervous.
Of course.
I'm only asking out of curiosity, because I'm friends with Sally, she replied. Are you close with her? He asked, his face slightly flushed.
Yes. Very close. We share our secrets, she said quietly.
One afternoon, Sally visited Amy's residence.
Miss Sally, I've missed you so much.
Why is it so hard to see you lately? Lady Amy said, her cheeks warm as she hugged Sally. I missed you too, Sally replied with a smile. It's just difficult since you're busy with so many invitations, and I don't attend many social events. I have so much to tell you. Come on, let's head inside, Amy said, taking her hand. In the sitting room, after some conversation, Amy handed her a letter.
Here.
It's from my sister Josephine.
For me? Sally asked in surprise.
Yes. I heard the Wales family is busy with affairs in the Duchy of Elysi. Sally thought to herself, I didn't expect a letter from someone so occupied. The scent of fresh lilies lingered on the paper, the handwriting neat, the words kind.
She began reading. Dear Sally, I have a request.
Her Highness Theodora will soon return to the Empire, now that her stay in the Duchy of Elysi has ended. She is unfamiliar with the current social circles, as she has been away for a long time.
I hope you can be her good friend.
Her Highness Theodora?
Sally thought.
She knew much about nobles from her past life but little about the imperial family. Her own status had been too low to meet them. She only knew Princess Rachel, the Empress Dowager's favored grandchild. Other princesses were either married or too young, and all avoided opposing Rachel. That must be why Josephine asks me to be Theodora's friend, she reasoned. Still, she wondered if the princess would want anything to do with her at all.
Amy's voice broke her thoughts.
I heard Her Grace Goldenria will be hosting her granddaughter's birthday party today.
Oh? How did you know?
I thought you weren't interested in social news, Sally said. Amy's cheeks colored as she produced an invitation. You received an invitation from the Duchess?
Sally asked, impressed. Her Grace was known for carefully choosing her guests. The fact Amy was invited meant the Lawrence family's standing was rising.
It's not just me, my sisters too, Amy said. Will you go?
I'm still thinking.
I don't enjoy large parties, especially ones that last all night, Amy admitted. But the idea of seeing you there makes me want to go, she added, making Sally pause in surprise. They spoke of the Duchess's strict reputation and the significance of such an event. Sally thought, if I can show my best side, I might strengthen my ties with her. An elder's support in high society carries weight. Meanwhile, in her chambers, Elysi flipped through the letters she had received.
Oh, how dull. Why are they all so uninteresting?
She thought, letting them fall to the floor.
Marsa approached.
Lady Elysi, Lily sent a letter, she said, holding it out. Elysi straightened.
Bring it here, she instructed.
Marsa handed it over, and Elysi opened it. Dear Miss Sally, I woke up earlier than usual today.
The sunlight was so bright and beautiful.
Elysi's expression shifted. So ordinary, she thought, reading on. A faint smile formed as she continued. Barely a few letters exchanged, and he's already confessing his feelings, she murmured.
Her gaze lingered on the signature. Martin Jarvis. Count Jarvis' son.
With his father's reputation for kindness, it's no surprise people speak well of him. An upright young man, they say.
She tapped the letter thoughtfully.
And yet, his chasing after Sally. Does he not care she's already promised to another?
We should arrange for them to meet, she said aloud.
Perhaps on a day with a crowd, enough to witness the moment. Her eyes fell on an invitation lying nearby. This is from Lady Goldenria, isn't it? Wasn't Sally pleased about receiving one from her recently? She asked Marsa.
Lady Elysi leaned back slightly.
Goldenria. So fond of sharing her opinions as though high society were hers alone.
She considered the possibilities.
Marsa, right, she said. Yes, Lady Elysi, Marsa replied, sitting down with pen and paper.
I miss you.
I hope to see you soon, Elysi dictated.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure. If you enjoyed what you watched, please consider liking, subscribing, and ringing that notification bell. Your comments mean the world to us and help us improve. The next episode promises even more excitement and unexpected twists, so stay tuned as we embark on this thrilling journey together. Keep the anticipation alive, and we'll catch you in the next episode.